Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I had a music playing. I had to put the dogs outside. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It is cold outside. It is cold outside. It is cold outside. I got something to say. And I was going to put it in a video, but I decided not to do that. I don't know if Duff is in here or not, but I'm sure that there's somebody here that's friends with Duff that will get this to her. Duff, I'm sorry that what I said to you 3 years ago was used as a weapon towards me last night repeatedly, and your feelings were not put into consideration. It's so funny to me that people can play that sound that I made 3 years ago on repeat over and over and over again in attempts to make me look like a bad person. But they're not thinking about what their actions are doing in the moment. You're trying to make me look like a bad person while you're punching someone else repeatedly. Okay? I apologized for that statement multiple times. Multiple times. And I think that Duff, Myrna, and myself, we've gotten so far past that shit, it's not even funny. Okay? And for you, a non-party to that matter, to use it as a weapon towards me last night and then flip it and insert my mother. Let me tell you a little something you don't know about me, little girl, because that's what you are. You're a little girl. You're very immature little girl. I bet you skirted through nursing school by the fucking skin of your teeth. You're immature. You like to pick and poke. You expect a reaction. You want a reaction. That's why you do the shit you do. But when shit happens, like what happened with Army Guy the other night because you pushed too far, then all of a sudden you want to sit back and blame everybody else. I caught a clip yesterday of where that girl was sending her people directly to my chat. She said, I know that we're not getting along right now, but I need somebody to go over there to Feisty and tell them that I said this. That's direct, unwanted motherfucking contact. I don't want you contacting me, period. I don't want your fucking friends contacting me. I don't want your Shawini contacting me. I don't want you contacting me, period. No means no, Kaylee. Okay? If a woman tells a man no, it means no. If a woman tells another woman no, it means fucking no. Do you not understand what the word no means? Do you not understand that? You have attempted twice in the past 48 hours to make direct contact with me. You tried yourself to get in my box the other night. I've got screenshot recorded proof of it. I've got recorded proof of you sending your following to my chat to contact me. That hearing on December 16th, Kaylee Ann Hernandez, is a hearing for an order of restraint for civil stalking and harassment. It has been set for a date. I'm not trying to take anybody's Christmas. I'm trying to protect my peace. And you won't leave me the fuck alone. You won't leave me alone. Leave me alone. You can have your opinions of me all you want. But when you're sitting on that fucking platform over there, directing your commentary to me, making 4 separate sexual accusations against myself, my husband, and my business without any fucking facts behind them at all, you're just running with the wind. You're running with the wind. I've got recordings of you encouraging your following to mass report my business. I've got recordings of you and Posh Blossom all up in that live the other night discussing how you were going to pay to shut my business down. I've got all kinds of shit on you. I'll see you in court. Stop contacting me. It's harassment. No means no. And you can sit on that platform and talk shit about my unalived mother all you want. I loved her very much. She was my mama. But she was a piece of shit. She was not a good mother. She wasn't a good mother. And And you want to dig a little deeper, Kaylee? I took my mom off life support. Sure did. Posh is telling you all that stuff over there. Has she told you that I lived with guilt for a very, very long time because I felt like I unalived my mother? Did she tell you that? Did she tell you after my niece looked me and my husband in the face and said the things that she said that we kept her in our custody for over a year? Did she tell you that, bitch? Posh, did you tell her that? Did you tell her? That's not why my niece was removed. I seen over there yesterday statements being made that I rehomed a child. Those are defamatory as fuck. I did not rehome a child. That was done under judicial supervision. She was placed in therapeutic foster care. That's not rehoming a child. That's helping a child. So I can't get on here and I can't say shit about nothing. But Kaylee can get on here and talk about placed children. She can bring up shit that was said 3 years ago. She can blame me because her children aren't going to have a Christmas. We just watched a wish list get filled the other day, bitch. Don't tell me your kid ain't going to have no fucking Christmas. They're going to have Christmas and you're going to have skincare. I don't want to hear Gabby ain't going to have Christmas either because look at all the shit she got sent. If y'all are worried about not having Christmas for your kids, get your asses off the fucking internet. Stop harassing the fuck out of people and you won't have to go to court. I have every right to exercise my constitutional rights here at this courthouse, and I'm going to. I'm going to. It doesn't matter whether my husband drove me or not. That's damages to me. It doesn't matter whether you like the fact that my husband is going to be there. He's my fucking husband. He's my husband. It doesn't matter what you think. The only thing that I'm concerned about with this entire hearing on Wednesday is the jurisdiction. If I get past the jurisdiction part of this hearing, y'all are done. You're done. But if by the small chance on Wednesday that judge says this is not Ohio's jurisdiction, I promise you by Thursday I will be e-filing in Bossier City, Louisiana and Cape Coral, Florida. I'm not backing off of this. I'm not. If they come to me Wednesday morning and tell me Ohio cannot cover this, it's being refiled. I'm not done. I'm not fucking done. And I'm not playing about that hearing on the 16th either. I wasn't going to say a fucking word. I wasn't going to say a word. But I spent 30 minutes at the prosecutor's office last Wednesday. I spent an additional 30 minutes with a sheriff's deputy out here Wednesday. And then I took my fat Christmas tree cake eating ass over to that goddamn courthouse and I asked for an order of protection. Did I get the ex parte? No, I did not because she has not physically threatened me. But that judge seen there was enough there to give me a hearing. He seen there was enough there to give me a hearing. I'm not in there for no DV bullshit. I'm in there for fucking civil harassment and stalking. And that's exactly what she's doing. And I can prove every bit of it. What she's done up underneath this subpoena here has done nothing but prove retaliatory conduct, interference with fucking court proceedings, and interference with potential witnesses. Keep running your mouth. Just because you haven't been served over there yet doesn't mean it's not true. It doesn't mean it's not true. I 100% applied for a restraining order against Kaylee last week. I sure did. I sure did. I'm not like her. I didn't get on here and fucking celebrate it. I don't have one of my moderators green screening it behind their head. I'm not listening to police scanners waiting on her to get served so I can get on here and fucking celebrate it. It's not a celebration. I think it's stupid. But I deserve to be protected. That woman's not going to keep lining her pockets off of my bullshit. She's out here falsely copywriting people. Not just my business. All these pages and everything else. All these false copyrights are fixing to bite her in the ass. It's going to bite her in the ass. So while you're over there running your mouth and you're telling everybody it's my fault that your kids don't have, go ahead, you and Sean Winnie book your trip because you're going to be back up here on the 16th. Just might as well stay for the week. Go visit the Cleveland Browns Stadium. Go to the Christmas Story House. Go do a little touring, a little shopping, all the things. Go do it. Y'all also need to do your research on commercialization of the legal process. Since you're dumb enough to fucking post that sweatshirt on your business website over there. You're commercializing litigation. You're fucking stupid. You're fucking stupid. And I can prove at least 2 of them were purchased because you live in Louisiana, she lives in Washington, and both of you bitches have one. You're commercializing litigation. Do your research. Don't blame me for your kids not having Christmas. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not my fault. You're being drugged up here in front of a judge, and your behavior is why you're being drugged in front of a judge. It's not my fault that you're hemmed up in all this mess. You insisting on inserting yourself in Gabriella Jacobson's bullshit has you hemmed up in this mess. You should have listened to all the people that were trying to tell you this is not right. You should have listened to the people on the inside of your Discord that was telling you this isn't feisty. Why are we still going after feisty? Posh, there's 3 women that are extremely close to me that you have hurt worse than you've ever hurt me. And the shit that you're doing right now, you're trash. You're fucking trash. Hey, good morning. You want to get on here and talk about my mom? Ask if my mom is proud of me. Hell yeah, my mom's proud of me. Do you not understand what being the product of your fucking environment is? Huh? I was the walking, talking, beating, breathing version of my mother until I grew the fuck up. My mom was a piece of shit. She wasn't a good mom. She wasn't a good mom at all. But that's not up for you to sit on your fucking monetized platform and goddamn exploit it. That's not for you to do that. It's not okay that you're extorting Gabriella Jacobson either. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. You have proudly said multiple times over the past 5 days alone how Gabby sent you a message from her attorney where he was advising her to send you a cease and desist. She was getting advice from her purchased, paid for attorney. And her dumb ass sent it over to you, and you threatened her. You told her, if you send me that cease and desist, I'm going to blast everything I know about you on the internet. Gabby, if you're listening to me, you need to run knees to chest to your prosecutor's office and file reports on that bitch for extortion. You sure do. You want to get charges on people and make them stick? You got a handful of them on that girl in Louisiana. You sure do. You sure do. You sure do. Has anybody heard from Army Guy? Is she open? She proudly admits it on here. She proudly, ma'am, God, ma'am, you told that judge over there, here in Ohio, that you're merely just a passerby. You just helped a friend. You omitted facts on that paperwork. You omitted the fact that you paid that lawyer from your bank account. You omitted the fact that you sat on this platform and told everybody that was willing to donate that they're going to donate directly to you because they didn't want no questions about where the money was going if it went to Gabby. You omitted that fact. You did. You omitted a lot of facts in that paperwork. You're not merely just a passerby. You crowdfunded, orchestrated, collected, distributed, made merchandise. You are far beyond just a passerby. Judges don't like it when you omit facts on your motions either. I'm just saying. Gabby's little motion over there where she says she merely just disregarded that letter from the court. She omitted the fact that she ripped it up in little pieces, smiled big and bold. I'm not going anyway. She omitted that fact. Judges don't like that. Judges don't like that. We're not going to get on the internet and act like we Billy Bad Bitch and say that we've paid, we've collected, we've earned, we've done this, we've got groups here, groups there, and then go and turn it around and fucking flat out lie to a judge. It's not my fault kids aren't having Christmas. From what I've seen over the past 2 weeks, there's two, three, four kids in the middle of this that's going to have a damn good Christmas because they created wish list in the middle of litigation. They used commentary towards me, Pink, and anybody else while they were asking for these wish lists to be filled. They're monetizing their harassment. You people need to learn how to listen. It goes from commentary to harassment. When you're sitting on your fucking screen, Feisty, show me the receipts. Feisty, you're a scammer. Feisty, you gonna give that money back to your following? You're speaking to me directly. That goes further than commentary. As I said earlier, just a few minutes ago, Wednesday's hearing is just a motions hearing. That is all. The judge is going to go over the motions that were submitted. He's going to decide whether or not Ohio has proper jurisdiction. I hope, fingers crossed, I've got everything I need to argue this jurisdiction. Let's say 60-40. I'm the 60. But, the jurisdiction's tight. You know what I'm saying? That's a real tricky thing when you're dealing with this stuff. But even if that judge tells me on Wednesday that Ohio cannot hold the jurisdiction on this, I swear on my mama that you talked about last night, I'm refiling it. I swear to it. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to file them separately this time. Well, I have to because they're going to Florida and Louisiana. But Kaylee's is going to a different court. No, Mike is not going to be with me. Mike is a Florida attorney. Gabby, small claims is different, y'all. Small claims is different. But even if jurisdiction gets granted tomorrow, they're going to set it for another hearing. You have the motions hearing, then you have the merits hearing, and then you have the final hearing. It's not all going to be settled on Wednesday. And one more, I'm just going to throw it out there because I heard a little bird told me. You guys have read these motions on this thing. I have reason to believe that this woman has a third party assisting her with her legal papers. It's a legitimate concern. There was a motion filed. These two dumbasses went and made sweatshirts on them. Then, to top it off, she listed it on her website. She has commercialized this proceeding, which is not a good look. But if Sean decides to fly from Washington to Ohio on Wednesday, and she is not a party to this case, I will be filing an order of restraint against her as well. She has no business being here. That will give me my nail to prove her stalking towards me. If she shows up here, I'm filing on her too. She is not a party to this case. She has no business flying from Washington to Ohio without being a party to this case. This hearing does not require witnesses, nothing. It's just a motions hearing. That's all it is. Show your ass up down here. You are not a party to this case. You have no business being here. And because you were named as a suspected third party person, you would look really dumb if you showed up here from Washington. You got people coming from Florida, Louisiana. You're not a party to the case, ma'am. They're not going to let you speak, ma'am. And if I see you in there, I'm going to have a bailiff remove you. You have a problem. You're a stalker. She has no business being there. She's not a party to this case. It would look really odd to a judge for someone to fly all the way in from Washington that's not a party to this case. She won't be allowed to have earbuds in when she walks in there. There's no devices allowed in the courtroom. It doesn't matter what we think. It's going to matter what that judge sees when that judge walks in there. That judge knows about the sweatshirts. The judge knows about the ripping of the fucking documents. What that judge sees when he goes in there is what that shit's going to be based on. But nothing that has happened, nothing has anything to do with him deciding jurisdiction. He has to decide whether or not this is in the right jurisdiction. Now, he can also decide to move it to a higher court here in Ohio. If he decides that what I've asked for isn't proper for that court, he can move it to another court here. But if it gets turned to Wednesday because of jurisdiction, that doesn't mean I lost. That means I have to refile it in the proper jurisdiction. I'm not an attorney, so mistakes like that are expected to be made. I'm just saying. No, nothing has been granted. Nothing's been granted. Nothing's been granted. I'm doing it on purpose, Scoops. I love y'all. And look, I tried to put this shit in the beginning of all of this. I just wanted to hold Gabby accountable. I tried to talk to Kaylee. I offered some type of mediation with her. But the thing is if she stops talking about me right now, where's her money going to come from? The people that are entertaining her are people that hated me from 2 years ago. They're the ones currently lining her pockets. They're filling her wish list and everything else. If she agrees to stop talking about me, where's her money going to come from? I am profitable to her. And it's that a judge is going to see that. A judge is going to be like, well, if she asked you to stop, why didn't you stop? She offered mediation in the middle of a legal matter. Why didn't you take it? But you sat on your platform for a month. You falsely accused her of four separate sexual crimes. Do you understand how serious that is? That can turn into criminal civil harassment. I have tried repeatedly to de-escalate this stuff with Kaylee. But Kaylee is making money when she talks about me. People are literally paying her to talk shit about me in her comment section on YouTube. When she's sitting on Favorited, boxed up with some stranger, talking about all of this stuff, she is spreading this shit around like wildfire because the stranger she's boxed up with is taking it to their people. And then their people are taking it to their people. So when you get on here and you say Feisty is selling peen shirts in children's sizes, that is fucking defamatory, and I don't have to prove damages. When you get on here and you say Feisty chose her husband over her niece without the full context and facts of that story, that is defamatory, and I can use it against you in a court. Getting on here, using my testimony as a weapon can be used against you in court. I didn't do G that way. I might have streamed G. I might have talked some shit to Gabby. I might have gave her the business and told her my opinions, and I might not have been very soft about it, but I never displayed Gabby's background behind my head. I never spoke on any of her unalived family members. I never did any of that shit. Never. The reason why they went after me, and I've got it in black and white, is because I had an order of restraint on me before from HP, and that Sean kept telling her, you'll get it again. She's had it before. Use Feisty. You'll get it again. It was coordinated. calculated, and both of them got on the internet and bragged about us taking the bait. They bragged about it. It doesn't matter whether or not when she was sitting on that live that night talking about dropping that psyche eval into a little thing called Chat GPT and getting so much joy. It doesn't matter whether she was joking or not. That doesn't matter. Because she said it, now she has to prove that she didn't do it. Oh well. Gabby sitting in a box. I'm not doing anything. I've got people on the background doing it for me, though. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb. So keep playing shit that I said 3 years ago. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. And I love how y'all like to take that little recording. Well, actually, I don't, because it's hurting Duff. Y'all are hurting Duff. I should have never said that shit. I should have never said that shit. I have apologized for what I said to that woman repeatedly. But y'all are wrong for continuing to play it, especially knowing that it hurts her. So just to get a good jab at me, to get a couple of more people to talk some shit about me, you're willing to hurt somebody else. It's 3 years old. We need to stick into 2025, please. We need to stay in the current. Stop worrying about what I did 3 years ago. You didn't know me then. But I'm sorry, Duff, that I said that shit. I mean it. I'm sorry that I said it. And I'm sorry that it keeps getting used as a weapon. You don't deserve that. You didn't deserve it the day I said it. And you don't deserve it today. You don't. And the next time y'all get on there and y'all try to play that shit to hurt my feelings, at least have the common decency to apologize to that woman first. Because it shouldn't have been said. It should not have been said. I said it. It came out of my mouth. I can apologize, but y'all can't? Just so you can get a gut punch at Feisty? That woman over there on YouTube is out of control. She is out of control. She is spiraling. She's spiraling. No one in their right mind would continue to target their harassment towards their plaintiff in their legal matters. No one in their right fucking mind would do that. Y'all remember Pippi when she came around? She found Jesus and then she disappeared again? Don't know. Y'all remember the court case her husband had going on? Remember? It was a civil matter. And Pippi was inserting herself in that civil matter and it was getting her husband in a whole lot of trouble. Judges don't like this type of behavior. I can get on here with you guys and talk about it all day long. We can talk about the court. We can talk about, whether we're nervous or excited. We could talk about that stuff. But when you get on here and you target that shit and you start calling that fucking litigant stupid, telling them their husband should have left them at the gas station where they found them at, they don't know what they're talking about in these court filings, getting on here and reviewing and disparaging court filings under... Girl... They're all sitting at that same table. And the bad thing about it is ain't nobody bothered, not one of them. Nobody has bothered, not one single one of them girls. Nobody. Did y'all give her all my text messages too? Did you give her all those messages? Does she know all of it? Did you? Did y'all screenshot all those messages? Did that sick bitch in Louisiana get to read all the shit that kid was doing? Did she? That's fucking gross. It's gross. I've done enough foul shit in my life to use a fucking minor. That's fucking gross. Knowing how vile how vile she is to even whisper something like that to her? Where's your moral compass at? I ain't giving them shit. I ain't giving them shit. I just hope it was all worth it. Okay, baby. I just hope it was all worth it. I don't know who that lady is. I don't know who. It didn't sound very unbiased if you ask me. It didn't sound very unbiased at all if you ask me. People are allowed to have their opinions. That's not what I'm upset about. You can think what you want to think about me. It's when you're sitting on your platform every single day, all night long, speaking on things as if they're facts and they're not facts. You get on here and you deep dive, you divulge yourself in all these records and everything else when people over here aren't speaking on facts, as you say. You came after a whole fucking dozen of people because you didn't like that they weren't speaking facts on Gabriella Jacobson. But then you can go over there and get hand-me-down information and speak on it with no consequences. You don't get to accuse people of sexual crimes without consequences. For real. We can have a story time. We can have a story time. People want to give out half information and half truths. We can hold a live stream and we can tell it all. We could pull up all the old chats. We could scroll through every bit of it. You want to know why it's not going to bother me? Because it's fucking 3 years ago. It's 3 years ago. None of us were innocent. None of us were sitting back not doing shit. Not one of us did not screen record. Not one of us didn't do a screenshot. Not one of us didn't talk mad shit. Not one of us. We were all tied into that shit together. Every one of us. I know I'm different than I was 3 years ago, baby. Thank you. I know I'm different. I'm growing every day. Every single day. I'm not going to sit in here and keep worrying myself about this bullshit, though. I just wanted to get on here this morning and run my mouth for a few minutes. But first and foremost, as I did, I wanted Duff to know how sorry I was. Because I was wrong as fuck for saying what I said. I said it out of anger. And it should have never been said. And I have apologized and apologized and apologized. And the person that deserves the apology, she got it. She received it. And I will apologize to her every single time one of y'all get on here and play it. Have you not noticed that? Every time y'all have gotten on here and done that, I've gotten on here and said, I'm sorry, Duff. I'm not the one re-victimizing her. You are. Just to get a gut punch. You give it up. Grab a box. I'm gonna start offering y'all boxes. You trolls in my comment section that like to run your mouths all the time, we don't take you seriously in the chat. Grab a box and say it. I'm not taking no more of you trolls seriously. Grab a box or get the fuck on somewhere. What do you want me to give up? Are you over there in her live telling her to give it up too? When she's on that YouTuber that favorited all hours of the day and night, being as vile and as nasty, pushing a veteran to put a pew-pew to his fucking neck, are you in her chat telling her to give it up too? Huh? Just curious. Asking for a friend. She can sit over there and tell everybody it's a setup. It wasn't a setup. She could sit over there and tell everybody Feisty couldn't even end her live. She was still too busy entertaining her people. Feisty did not have any information on that man at all. Feisty kept a room full of people that sat and waited for the right people to reach out. What was Feisty supposed to do? Feisty didn't deep dive on that veteran's fucking background. Feisty didn't have a fucking paper sitting in front of her with the wrong address on it. Feisty wasn't on a Discord call with people talking about, do we have his right address on that paperwork over there? You literally told on yourself that you are divulging yourself into people's private personal information for your own personal monetary gain. You proved it. And while you were in the middle of doing it all, you said, don't forget to fill my gift gallery. You have the nerve, the audacity to sit over there and say anything about me at all. But there was a whole ass veteran with a pew-pew to his neck, and you were talking about don't forget to fill my gift gallery, guys. Nothing I did 3 years ago has anything to do with what you're doing today. You're not going to continue to weaponize my past against me. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. I'm concerned about your harassment and your stalking. But in the physical aspect, I'm not afraid of you. She's monetized off of all of it. Off of all of it. Off of every bit of it. This right here. This right here. On that website over there. It's not going to end well for her. It's not going to end well for her. Commercialization of litigation. Active, ongoing litigation. While filing motions in the court that if she has to show up here, it's a hardship. I don't think what Army Guy did was good at all. I think him getting on here saying the stuff he said the other day was it was gross, but it doesn't warrant what happened that night. Y'all stop fucking picking on that girl. She had her dream. She was the second girl being proposed to in front of the Disney castle. I've never seen a woman have to take off a ring to get a new one, though. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I've never seen it happen. We can't afford to go to Ohio. We can't afford to face our consequences. But we can afford a second engagement ring. A 3-day trip to Disney. Freaking $20 milkshakes at Disney. Wild. Wild. Third? It was the third one? Look, y'all. Everybody's always saying it's a skit, it's a skit, it's a skit, it's a skit. I don't know if y'all seen what I seen yesterday, but she damn near pushed that baby out the way. Get out the way, move. Daddy's going to propose. She damn near pushed him out the way. Get out the way. Daddy's going to propose. How, you know what that gave me the vibes of? I'm going to tell y'all. Let me tell you the vibes I got. That vibe I got from that moment right there was the fucking selfish ass goddamn maid of honor and her boyfriend stealing my shine at my fucking reception when he decided to grab the bouquet and propose at my fucking wedding reception. That's what vibes I got. That's supposed to be his birthday. That ain't no different than one of the bridesmaids getting engaged at your fucking wedding reception. Tacky. 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 But congratulations. Congratulations. Maybe if he proposes a fourth time, it'll stick. I don't know. Congratulations. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Go to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Don't get married as pirates because you'll get drug all over the internet. They've got an allergy to pirate weddings on this internet. Don't do that. You'll get made fun of. I'm just saying. Don't do that one. I loved my wedding too. Arr. Look, I'm not going to judge the way they looked at Disney. I ain't going to lie. Because Disney will wear a bitch smooth the fuck out. Especially if you are, let's say, a couch potato and you don't move around a lot. Disney will wear you the fuck out. It will. So I'm not judging her by how... Nope, I'm not doing that. See, that's where I stand different from y'all. See, that's where I separate from y'all. I don't give a fuck what she looked like. I was looking rough at Disney too, shit. It's rough out there. Especially during COVID. They had us all out there. We had to have masks on. And the only time you could take your mask off was when you were like sitting on the ride and the ride was actually moving. Now picture it, y'all. This is Florida. It's fucking hot. Okay, and they had us in these damn masks and everything else. So I don't care what she looked like. Because I know Disney will wear you smooth the fuck out. I know Disney will wear you out. Well, that account that like came out of nowhere yesterday, it was like only a couple of hours old, that posted those things. They were like, Gabby sent me this video or whatever and stuff like that. Why didn't we cover his face? That's been a big thing for a while now, that everybody agreed to cover his face. Oh, y'all think it was her? Damn, G. Damn. Y'all think it's her? Damn, the whole chat thinks it's her. Holy shit. Okay, well, I'm going to go with the chat. They say it's her, so I guess. Why not cover his face? You got that right, Irish. G has a new bestie. It's called Chat GPT. So I'm sure if that's her, she typed up that little statement and copied it in there from Chat GPT. Y'all, I hope they do get married. Look, we can hate people all we want. We can hate people all we want. Okay? We can hate people all we want. But you got to think about something. If that girl could find true happiness, do you think she would be on the internet doing what she's doing? Do you think that she would keep going? Y'all do? Yeah, she is. Yeah. I think she needs help. But that's where happiness comes in at, right? When you start getting the proper help and everything you need, your brain levels out and you can find happiness. I hope they do get married. But therapy can help her with that validation seeking. No, it's not snowing here. Actually, the snow is melting. You know, I was like that for a long time. I fucking fed off of that shit. But I don't like it. It's supposed to start snowing tomorrow. We should get some more snow this week. It is profitable. I think that's why they keep doing a lot of the stuff they're doing, because it's making them money. And you can look at my Tiki Leap over there all day long. Feisty made $100 talking about Army guy. Feisty made $50 talking about this guy. Feisty is not live 7 days a week. Feisty goes live maybe 3 or 4 times. I think in total this month I've been live 5 times in 30 days. So what I make in my gifts on TikTok when I do go live on TikTok is my fucking business. Why are we pocket watching? How much money are we making over there? I do donate my profits. I don't know if they're coming or not. Everybody's so busy watching pockets. When you get over there and you start watching my pocket and you're bitching about how much money I made one night talking about a dude, only thing I did was talk about how I felt. What he said that day was a whole ass lie. And I stand on that. I don't think anything he said had any truth behind it. And that's what it is. But it doesn't justify her threatening to deep dive him and expose him in the way that she was telling him, I've got it all. I'm going to expose you. You guys make sure to cue it up for tonight's live. You pushed that man. You pushed him. He was sitting there watching your videos, pausing them, taking notes, replaying. You had him in some type of trance over there. His own wife couldn't even get him to back away from it. You're not going to blame me for that fucking shit. You're not going to blame me for that. You're not going to blame me for that. But when you're over here watching my tick leap and how much money I'm making and announcing it, is it because you didn't make that much that day? Are you mad? I don't know who that man is. I just came across him last week. I didn't like what he was doing because he falsely named someone to be spread love. So when I seen him on the FYP, I would just keep scrolling. I wasn't watching him. Okay? People tried to tell him when he was trying to outspread love that that was not her and he was blocking them. So we just decided not to entertain him. But when he got on here the other day and he said what he said about the caseworker and the phone, I just know that shit's not true. And I think it's not okay for narratives like that to be spread. And even if it were true, let's give him a little grace. Even if it were true, he should not have gotten on here and announced that to the internet. I myself have had to learn hard lessons about watching what we're announcing to the internet. I learned very hard lessons about that. And all I was doing, was saying, no, you're wrong. You shouldn't do that. I did not threaten to deep dive him. I did not threaten to expose his criminal history. I didn't threaten any of that stuff. Any of it. You don't know what somebody has dealt with in their past that they've already paid the price for. You know, when we're done serving our sentence and we're done with the probations and all that stuff, that means time served. That means we don't get to be punished for that crime anymore. And someone 20 years later on the internet digging that shit up, using it to humiliate and emotionally damage someone, that's not okay. His time has been served. And I'm going to say it like I said the other night. Just because your NCIC does not hold anything on its face doesn't mean you're not a criminal. You just haven't been caught yet. There are 1,800 people in this live right now. I'm about willing to guarantee 900 of them have committed a crime and have not been fucking caught yet. There's not one single soul in this live stream with me right now that has walked the straight and narrow like baby Jesus himself. Not a soul. Not a soul. I don't care if you violated a traffic law. I don't care if you went out and bounced a check. I don't care if you committed forgery. I don't care what you did. Unless you are Jesus himself. You ain't got no right to point your finger. There's a new rule with Tyrone. When you get Tyrone, if you've ever committed a crime and you were not held accountable for it, you have to put a pink ribbon on Tyrone's cord. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We are going to, when it comes to Tyrone, you better call Tyrone. I'm going to create a registry. If you want to be a part of the sisterhood of the traveling Tyrone, you will have to sign up on the registry so we can have your information. Okay? You have to know that this registry is going to be shared with all of the participants. Okay? So everybody will have an address. We have to be able to send this stuff around, right? So if you are wanting to participate in the sisterhood of the traveling Tyrone, you have to be willing to share your credentials, okay? If you don't want your home address, post office boxes are super cheap. Get the smallest one. Grab a post office box. When you send out Tyrone, my printer's warming up. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. When you get Tyrone, you don't know what Tyrone is? No. Okay, so the other night we were in here having a great grand time, right? We were talking about the villages in Florida, and we were talking about what loofah color are you? So this platform right here that you're currently sitting on, we are teal. We are teal loofahs, okay? And we purchased ourselves a loofah. We have named him Tyrone. And we're going to send him around like chain mail, okay? I'm going to get him first. He should be here tomorrow. I'm going to send him to Christine. And when Christine gets him, she's going to send him somewhere else. Now, if you guys want to, like, send a little gift to the recipient of Tyrone, like, say, when I put Tyrone in the box today or tomorrow, I'm going to put a little something in there for Christine, okay? So when Christine gets it, if she decides to send it to Michelle, if she wants to put a little something in there for Michelle, it's the gift that keeps on fucking giving, y'all. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. Ooh, that's what we'll do. We'll send it with a burn book. The registry for it will be up hopefully by the end of the afternoon, but you have to be willing to participate with your address, okay? Yes, you could take pictures with him in different locations. While you have him, before you send him to the post office, go to the produce section, bitch. Go to Walmart. Take him to lunch. Go get a Grinch meal. I want all the pictures. All the pictures. We're trying to have some fun over her. Over there and over her. And I heard that there was a lady that said I sounded like a hood rat. I won't sound like a hood rat Wednesday. I know how to act in certain situations and in certain places. And although you guys get the hood rat feisty, the rest of the world gets a very demure, professional feisty. This is feisty in the house, but feisty outside knows how to act. I promise you, feisty outside knows how to act. I know how to enunciate. I know how to put words in sentences to make sense. I know how to say there and here. I do. I'll be a hood rat all day. There's nothing wrong with being a hood rat. What's wrong with being raised in the hood? I would love to know. I would love to know what's wrong with being raised in the hood. Some people can't afford to be raised anywhere else. So what's wrong with being raised in the hood? What's wrong with it? Diana's raising hell. She'll be all right, though. I appreciate y'all. We didn't know anything about it. We were just live talking shit. Thanks for not gifting. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope that he had the best birthday ever. I hope he had the best birthday ever. And from the looks of it, he did. Kids don't recognize selfishness. They don't see what we see. So although we are bent out of shape about what took place and all the things and how we feel people are selfish, he didn't see that. He seen Mickey Mouse. He seen the castle. He seen Buzz Lightyear. He seen his daddy out there posing like he was Buzz Lightyear himself. Y'all got to put all this hate aside. If you love him so much, stop focusing on her. He had a great time. He didn't see their motive. He seen Mickey. Okay? I love y'all. I love y'all. And like I said in the beginning of this live this morning, I am not prepared for a final outcome on Wednesday. I am prepared for the worst and hoping for the best. I know that there are jurisdictional arguments that are going to be held. All I can tell you guys is I'm prepared for the worst and I'm hoping for the best. Okay? If this hearing is thrown out on Wednesday because of jurisdiction, it is not denied or dismissed. It just needs to go to proper jurisdiction. That is what I'm preparing for. I'm ready for it. So I need y'all to be ready for it too. But this is not the end. The end is nowhere near in sight. I'm taking the proper measures to protect myself, my peace, and just because someone is not physically threatening you does not mean you don't have the rights to go in and ask for protection. Harassment, targeted without any legitimate purpose, is 100% grounds to walk into a courthouse and ask for protection. And that's what I did. I didn't get on here and monetize it. I didn't get on here and announce it when it was done. I sat here for days. For days. Not saying a word. It's not, I'm trying to get through these court proceedings with a clear mind, without fear of retaliation, without fear of being harassed or intimidation of people trying to push me to the point to where I want to give up and just withdraw this case. That is exactly what the motive is. It is seen. People see it. Not just people on the internet, but my local prosecutor's office recognizes it and the courthouse recognized it. If what I asked for was dead in the water, I wouldn't have been given a hearing. If what I asked for wasn't legitimate, they would not have put me on a docket. I don't want any further contact from either one of these co-defendants. They are not welcome on my page. They better not ever request another box. I don't want any more emails sent from their fucking super secret email. I don't want any of it. Stop contacting me. Stop contacting me. But just like I said, and I'm fixing to get off here for real. If this on Wednesday, if the judge tells me that I don't have the jurisdiction to do what I'm doing here, it will be filed electronically Thursday in Cape Coral and Bossier City. But from my research, I can say this. From my research, I have a stronger case of jurisdiction against Kaylee than I do Gabby. So the likelihood of Gabby's being dismissed for lack of jurisdiction on Wednesday is there. It's pretty probable. But because of Kaylee's continued ongoing attacks towards an Ohio resident, my jurisdictional argument with Kaylee is a little bit stronger. I don't know. I don't look for her. I don't look for her. But I did have someone get me some screenshots over there of where she's pushing merchandise from a court matter. I did do that. I don't know if they're going to show up or not. I just want y'all to be here in reality with me, okay? Court processes take time. And I don't want everybody on the internet to think that Wednesday is this huge, we're going to have an end there. I thought that at first. I've been just as bad on here. Wednesday's a reckoning. But when I went in and looked yesterday, there are specific codes that are next to this hearing date. And that specific code means that this is a motions hearing only. And I was like, well, what the fuck does that mean? So I went in and did a little bit more research. And I found out that they do a motions hearing, they do a merits hearing, and then they do a final hearing. So there will be 3. But I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yes, either way it goes, I'm going to hold these women accountable for what they did to me. I'm going to hold Kaylee accountable for her continued ongoing harassment towards me. I am. What Kaylee is doing is not okay. And it's not just me. And she gets on here and she says, I only go after people that go after me. When she does her YouTube tonight, if you're in here and you're a Kaylee supporter, request her to show the video where I went after her first. Instead of her playing voice recordings where I was arguing with a troll on Reddit 3 years ago, I would like to see where I went after her first. I recall back the end of August, her holding a live stream after the homebody exposure, acting like she was going to come over here and help us hold Gabby accountable. She brought everybody up in there. She allowed people to talk to them. She outright said with me in her box that she knew I was not the problem. She said she knew I wasn't doing these things to Gabby. But then she proceeded to do a 90-day smear campaign on somebody that she publicly admitted she knew was not the problem. Then her and her brother were live. And they were discussing me and Gabby. And I went over there and got a box because some of the stuff that was being said was not true. It was not true. So I respectfully grabbed a box. I was very respectful to her. Her brother was extremely disrespectful to me. He was over talking me. He wouldn't let me finish a sentence, nothing. And when I asked Kaylee to drop him from the box so her and I could have a respectful conversation, she chose to let her brother sit there and drag me some more. I did not go after Kaylee. Kaylee came after me. I called a truce with Kaylee that I didn't even need to call in her YouTube because I wasn't speaking on her. I went into that YouTube that day. She was so desperate to get her TikTok account back. She told a flat out lie. I won't talk about you no more, Feisty. I won't talk about you no more. Just help me get my TikTok account back. I didn't help her get her TikTok account back. As soon as she got it back, that very same fucking day, she was green screening my record behind her head. I didn't speak on her first. Her whole thing over there is that she's going after people that have come for her. I didn't come for her. She has pushed me to that courtroom. She has literally pushed me to go in front of a judge. You think I want to? No. Do you think I want to have to deal with this shit the whole month of December? No. I offered mediation. I offered to put a stop to this. Here towards after I got back from Florida and all that shit kept getting talk, I did start responding because I'm tired of being lied on. And I feel like the quieter I am, the more she fucking runs her mouth because nobody's putting a stop to it. If you're being quiet and she's speaking on you, you're giving her leverage to keep fucking speaking. She expects people to lay down and get kicked. She expects it because that's what's happening. Every time she goes after somebody and she pulls their fucking background, they lay down. They lay down because they're ashamed of their past. We have a right to be ashamed of our past, girls, because we were wrong. We committed crimes. We did drugs. We did horrible, awful things to our bodies. We have a right to be ashamed of our past. We were ashamed of it before that bitch green screened it. So why does it make you feel any different that she puts it behind your head? I was ashamed of myself before she fucking green screened it. I live with it every day. Y'all are letting someone weaponize your testimony. And when she weaponizes it, you lay down and let her continue to kick you in the chin. You served your time. You paid your price. Being the first one to announce the news doesn't always make the news right. And she proved that the other night when she sent the fucking police to the wrong address. And after she realized she sent the police to the wrong address, then she wanted to calm her tone down and say, well, I know me and Feisty don't get along. We're in this big fight, but y'all go over there and tell her this is what's going on. You don't need to be sending nobody to report to me, bitch. I told you to leave me the fuck alone. No contact. None. Zero. Zilch. Not a message, not a friend, not a fucking telegram, nothing. Nothing. And then, the other night when I was live in here, y'all, there was a troll talking all kinds of shit, right? Talking all kinds of shit. I said, if you want to talk it, get in the box. Get in the box, get in the box. Who requested a box? Not the troll. Ms. Hernandez herself. You're in the middle of litigations with me. I'm a plaintiff. I have repeatedly said, I don't want nothing to do with you. And your bold ass fucking requested a box. It doesn't matter whether she cares about Army Guy or not. She pushed a veteran to take a pew-pew and place it up against his neck on a live stream in front of hundreds of people to witness. And those same people witnessed her threatening him. They witnessed all the threats that she made to him the night before and that day. And if you think it hasn't been reported by hundreds, you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. It has been reported repeatedly. I don't care that he's a veteran. What I care about is that he was pushed to the point that he put a pew-pew up against his fucking neck on a live stream. His status doesn't matter. He's a human. He's a fucking human. And for you and your people to sit over there and say that this was some concocted skit, we're not as sick as you are. We're not as sick as you are. I would like to know how I planned any of that when I had been live for over an hour and a half before that even happened. And because they couldn't get what they wanted done in the moment, then they start blaming me. Well, Feisty didn't even get off her live. Feisty's entire 1.8 thousand people shut the fuck up while one woman prayed. That whole live shut down. One woman in my box prayed. I wasn't on here saying, don't forget to fill my gift gallery. I wasn't on here saying, don't let me lose my winning streak. That wasn't me. If you weren't prepared to deep dive that man the other night, if you weren't prepared to expose him and his criminal history, why did you have his information on the ready? And then after it was all said and done, why did you proceed to say, because of his mental health, I'm not going to proceed with this? If he promises not to speak on me, I won't speak on him. Why? You made that same promise to me. You promised me on YouTube, if you don't speak on me, I won't speak on you. And I shut every time somebody came in my chat, every time they said your name, I said, shut it down. I don't want to hear it. You didn't keep your word with me, so what makes us think you're going to keep your word with a veteran? Why do we have to negotiate with you? Why is it that you can copyright all of our content, but we can't copyright yours? Why is it that you can help a woman drag another woman down to Florida, but you want to get pissy and blame people for loss of Christmas when you have to come to court in Ohio? It don't make no sense. It's okay when you're doing it, but it's not okay when it's being done to you. Okay. Welcome to the ring, Rocky. Welcome to the ring. You sat over there the other day in your freaking brand new fucking commercializing litigation sweatshirt. You did the little Rocky dance on top of the Marysville court steps. That's what you're going to do while you're commercializing litigation. Welcome to the ring, Rocky. I'm tired of being harassed. I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. It's all night long. I've got a recording of her 2.5 hours of her shit last night. It's going to be used against you on the 16th. You and Posh and Sean all up in that fucking favorited live the other day, coordinating, taking down a small business, is going to be used against you on the 16th. Posh knows that paying to take someone down will 100% land a restraining order. You know that, Posh. You know that, bitch. That's how HP got that order on me, remember? Because I supposedly paid a hacker to take her TikTok down. And you are all up in that bitch's chat over there telling her to pay to take down my website. Oh, yeah, you know that will land a fucking restraining order faster than anything else. You know it. Thank you. Her repeating what's being said in her chat with her whole ass chest, celebrating the fact that I had to take a shirt off of my website. I didn't have to take that shirt down. I didn't have to take it down. I just wanted to see you celebrate it. Sure did. Celebrate your win. Celebrate it. Pay to have my business shut down. Go ahead. You don't even have to actually do it. It's the fact that you guys are talking about it. For me, you're showing motive. I've seen Bing Bong in here fighting for their life in them comments to get me to read their shit out loud. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. I guess all I can say is just keep that same energy for all of these appearances that are coming. Keep the same energy. My emotional and mental health matter, and the ongoing harassment, retaliation, defamation, and slander that is coming from that channel over there has caused me great significant emotional harm, and I'm going to have it addressed on the 16th of December. I have future litigations with this woman, and I should be able to get through them peacefully without fear of retaliation or any more further harassment. And all she has done from November the 6th until December the 16th will be presented to a magistrate in Marysville, Ohio. I'm done playing these games. I want to get through these legal matters peacefully so I can get the hell away from this shit. I want to end it. Okay? So keep harassing me. I have legitimate reasons to be doing what I'm doing. It's my constitutional right to protect myself, my mental health, my family, and my finances. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And for anybody else that decides they just want to all of a sudden take somebody into a courtroom, you best make sure you're going to see that shit all the way through. Because it doesn't matter whether you voluntarily dismiss shit or not, that party has a right to ask for damages. They have a right. It's their constitutional right. So if you don't want to be drug in front of a small claims judge, you best be seeing your fucking court hearings all the way through. Courtrooms give you bubble gut. They could have stopped without fucking court interference. I don't care. Don't tell me that. Y'all keep it out of my chat. This could have stopped without a judge's involvement with me and Kaylee. It could have stopped. I didn't have to bring her up here. She could have had an adult conversation with someone, but she chose not to. She chose to sit on her platform and continue to monetize her harassment towards me. I'm allowed to get on here and speak. I'm allowed to get on here and speak about my court hearings and talk about what I'm doing and all the things. I'm not harassing anyone. I'm speaking. What she is doing is different. Let me see this right here. Who is this mama person? You're yelling at me in my chat. You want to get a box and yell at me? No, not you. Sorry. It is crazy what goes on this app. And you know, I'm guilty. I get caught up in the drama. I get caught up. We're housewives. We're at home. You know, we clean our house listening to this shit. I get caught up, but I try so hard to get myself out, and I keep getting pulled and pulled and pulled. And they know some of the stuff they say is going to get a reaction. That's why they say it. That's why they say it. They do it so you'll respond to them. So while you're responding to them, they can go live and stream what you're saying and line their fucking pockets. It's all a money grab. Every bit of it. All of it. What funeral? What are you talking about, Elfie? They are not allowed to have a box over here. I do not want contact with them. I gave her an option for mediation when I filed this paperwork. She did not want it. The conversations can be held in front of a judge. We have to have a mediator to speak to each other because she doesn't know how to act like an adult. And TikTok is not a mediator. Prayers, Elfie. I'm so sorry. TikTok's not a mediator. Good morning, Shelly. Good morning, Shelly. By the way, I don't smell. I wash my ass on the daily. There are some times, you know, mental health, bad bitches have bad days too. There are some times that, you know, I might go a day without taking a shower. You know what I'm saying? I don't wash my hair every day because you're not supposed to wash your hair every day. That's why my hair is as luxuriously curly as it is. It's because I know how to take care of it. Okay. I don't smell. I don't leave snail trails in my chair when I get up. The only time I have this robe on in my house is when my husband refuses to turn the heater up because I'm fucking freezing. And my unalived mother that you spoke on so eloquently last night, she's the one that started the robe thing in my family. And I know you remember as a child, you had a security blanket that you carried around that made you feel all nice and comfortable and safe. That's what my robes do for me. They make me feel comfortable and they make me feel safe. If you don't like the fact that I wear a robe, don't wear one. Just because I wear a robe in my house doesn't mean I'm not hygienically clean. Doesn't mean that I don't take care of myself. It just means I like to wear a robe. Okay? I have at least 6 robes, but I have 2 that are my favorite. So I wear them a lot. One of those belonged to my mother. I'm sorry that you're so narrow-minded. You let a robe set you off like that. There's nothing wrong with wearing a robe. But it turned around and went and bought one just like it. went and bought one just like it to continue her harassment campaign. Her targeted harassment. Sometimes it is hard. You have bad mental health days and you don't get in there and take a shower. And neither one of those women can say that they don't do the same thing. Sometimes it is hard. Sometimes it takes everything just to get out of the bed. We're not no spring chickens over here. We're old hags, remember? We've been working and fucking doing this shit for me for 46 years. We're tired, boss. We're tired. My husband loves me. It doesn't matter if I have a robe on. It doesn't matter what I have. He's not the same fucking man I married 15 years ago. We both have changed. So because both of us put on a couple of extra pounds, we got some gray hair now, we're not supposed to love each other? We love each other. My husband could come in here today and done lost one of his eyeballs, his left ear, his right arm is gone, and he can't hold his old junk to piss. I will stay right here and hold his junk and help him piss. We are not the same. It doesn't matter if I was married twice before I married my husband. Sometimes you have to turn shit back into Walmart. I kept the receipts, bitch. My first husband physically abused me for 3 years. Assaulted me with Xbox controllers, curtain rods, shower rods, anything he could get his hands on. You think I'm going to stay married to that? Hell no. He didn't put his hands on me until we left the fucking Justice of Peace. We were in the car. We left the Justice of Peace. I was pregnant with my daughter. And he slapped me on my leg so hard. He said, "You're mine now, bitch." And for 3 years, I was 18 years old, Kaylee. I was only 18. I wasn't going to stay married to that. I wasn't going to stay married to that. My second marriage was done on purpose because I was in the middle of a custodial battle with my first husband. I had a boyfriend and we were living together. And I was told by the judge, if I wanted full custody of my daughter, I had to marry the man that was in my house. We intended on getting married in the future, but we weren't going to get married right then. But so we could go ahead and get custody and have her in the home full time. I married him. As soon as the custody and stuff was done, bye. And sitting over there clocking it, I keep mine. I tell you what I think. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. That divorce was withdrawn in Louisiana because she didn't want Heather on here reading the paperwork. That's my opinion. If that woman is reconciling with her husband, she wouldn't be on here doing the shit she's doing. She would be at home loving it up on her fucking man. They're reconciling their marriage. I feel like that paperwork was withdrawn so Heather wouldn't get on here and read it. You can't tell me no different. That's my opinion. That is my opinion.
Knew that Spencer was going to get on here and was going to say what a shitty ass wife she is, how she lets her kids run around and doesn't pay attention to him so she can entertain the internet. I think that's exactly why she withdrew it, is because she didn't want him saying all of that, because she knows it's true.
Opinion.
I also have a 4-year-old. My opinion is I don't sit here and let my kid run around and beg me for attention. I don't get on the internet and do that. I put my kids first.
Opinions are being stated. These are not facts. These are
No,
opinions.
no, this is my opinion. This is my 100% opinion. I don't talk to Kaylee, so how would I know why she did anything? But what I do know is she's the one herself who said that she collected $600 for a divorce attorney and then said she never did. So that's all I have to say.
Yep. Thank you.
Allegedly, my opinion.
Thank you. We're going
Have
to
a
start
good
adding
day.
that. Hey, you too. We're going to start adding that to all of our commentary. Allegedly. Allegedly. I just find it funny. And, Security's right. She did get on here and raise money for an attorney. And then she was trying to raise more because she wanted to seal the records so Heather couldn't get on here and read the divorce records. All that, these people, they have it on recording, y'all. It's all recorded. And maybe sometimes, hold on, y'all, I'm sorry. Maybe sometimes we get caught up because I've done it myself. You get to talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and you get caught up. Did you mean to grab a box? No. Kathy, did you mean to grab a box? Oh, no. Kick Rocks, do you want a box? Okay. You're fine. You're fine. Look, those are just opinion. That's just my opinion. If I had recently filed for a divorce with my husband and we decided to withdraw the paperwork and we were going to reconcile our marriage, I wouldn't be on the internet all night long dragging some woman when I'm reconciling my marriage. I did not watch her. I do not watch her. And I wish there was a way I could prove that I have only twice gone into her YouTube live stream. I wish I could prove that. I wonder, is there a way that that can be proven? Because I don't watch her. When Teresa posts those videos, I get them from Teresa. There's no way that I could sit in the middle of the night and watch Kaylee do the shit she's doing. I get on here and I present myself to you guys in the manner that I present myself, and I am a strong individual, but I've got mental health shit going on with me too. And she has pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. I'm not going to go into detail, but yesterday was a very bad day for me. Yesterday was a very bad day, and I don't owe it to her or you or anybody else to tell y'all, but yesterday was a very bad day for me. I'm being pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed some more. I'm being pushed by people that I sat at a table with for almost 2 years. I trusted them with the most intimate details of my life. And I see them over there in her chat, entertaining her, encouraging her to pay to have my business shut down, giving her the deepest, most intimate parts of my life. She is not entitled to that information, and just because you don't like me anymore doesn't give you the justification to hand off intimate details of somebody's life to someone that is actively harassing the fuck out of them. It's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. And at the end of it all, I didn't walk away from you. You walked away from me. It's fucking disgusting. But you wouldn't want us to get on here and expose all of your truth. Grumpy Doo, I don't know who you are. Do you want a box? I received a message yesterday from somebody complaining to me about me saying that Kaylee was nothing more than a PRN. I am not being disrespectful to anyone that is a nurse, a PRN, CNA, any of those things. When I made that statement, it was not meant to be disrespectful to anyone at all. At all. But on the flip side of that coin, she's nothing more than a PRN. She's obviously not hurting for money too bad because she's working on an as needed, wanted basis, and she's choosing the internet over a schedule. It has nothing to do with her licensing. It has to do with her choices. She is choosing the internet over her schedule while she complains about being broke. I have the utmost respect for our nurses. I think they work harder than the doctors. When you go into an emergency room or a doctor's office and everything else, who does your vitals? Who sits down and asks you, how are you feeling today? You get more time with a nurse than you do with the doctor. The nurse sits in there and talks to you. She hears all of your complaints. She documents everything. And then you sit in that room for 30 fucking minutes waiting on some white coat to come in, give you a good 5 minute look over, and send you home. She or he, sorry. Sorry. I don't care. I don't know what she does. It's none of my business. I know that she likes to make videos calling me a whore while she's sitting at her workstation, though. She says that, the nursing board doesn't care about her off clock activity, but I bet they care about you sitting at your workstation calling someone a whore. Talking about their weight, talking about how fat they are, how they leave snail trails when they. But we just witnessed not too long ago here on this internet a couple of nurses that like to talk shit about a woman that went to an OB clinic. And when she got up off that bed at that OB clinic, she left a little wet spot there. And those bitches lost their job for talking shit about it. They lost their jobs. Sitting at your workstation, calling me a whore, making your little videos. Mhm. Talking shit about recovering addicts, talking shit about SA victims, talking shit about veterans because you don't think they served or because their body image doesn't look or reflect on a service member, talking shit about all these people and what they do for a living, weaponizing their testimony, weaponizing their criminal histories, all this shit that's being done, and fingers are being pointed at me, and I'm being streamed. Why aren't y'all streaming her? You scared she's going to copyright you? Why aren't you bringing awareness to her and what she's doing to veterans on this app? You scared of your fucking account getting copyrighted? Make another one. They're free. They're free. Y'all have gone balls to the wall for Gabby. For 4 years, you were dedicated because she was vile, she triggered communities, and everything else. And this one over here is getting somewhat of a pass because you're scared she's going to copyright your shit. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I think so too. I believe that. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Sorry.
So you were asking if there was a way that you could find out how many times you improved that you've only viewed her twice. If you go into your history, you click on your little picture on your YouTube, it will show you all your watch history, whatever you watched, whenever you watched, and it shows pretty much as long as you've had your account open, and it
Really?
will prove that yes, it will prove that you've only seen her and watched her twice.
So does that go for the live streams, or does it count when I go in to pull her videos of her, like, because I
It
have
goes
gone
in.
in and,
It goes for anything.
oh, okay, because I have gone in and pulled some videos. She's private in the hell out of them now, but the ones that I needed, I got them.
Yeah, it will go. It goes through everything because I had to check on that as well. And
Did not know that.
for her to say that her work does not care about her online behavior, she's just lying to herself because I've had like 4 nurses fired from one particular hospital for things that they haven't even did or even been on the job for in the hospital for stuff that they told me regarding neglect or things that they said that they shouldn't have said. So if anybody finds the right people, she will lose a job based on her
No, that's not Chevy.
moral and her, because nurse is not supposed to be put like that and not supposed to trigger people or make fun of veterans or anything. So if you're showing that online, what are you going to show personal? And people in hospitals these days, they don't want to be associated with that because everybody wants to sue.
I can just say from my personal knowledge, I'm waiting for the outcome of all of this court stuff before I make any formal reports. But I do know that there are a shit ton of people that are reporting her, and it's not at my. I mean, people are free-minded human beings. They're witnessing what she's doing on their own time with their own eyes, and if they feel the need to report her behavior, that's what they're doing.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Especially with the last incident with that man. Anybody in their right mind, regardless if they follow you or not, would report her for that. But she just wants a narrow mind and say that everybody that follows you is the one that's doing it. She doesn't realize that she affects everybody around her, not just in one community or another.
She has people speaking on her and Gabby both from over the big pond. There is some freaking, where's she at, y'all? Where's that lady at? The one with the English accent. I just want her to sit down and read me a book, first of all. It could be like a little kid's book. I don't care. Just read me a book, ma'am. She's from London. Please just read me a book. I have always wanted a book read to
Oh,
me in that accent.
do
Always.
you mean do you mean that lady Emma?
Is she
Her and
the
her
one from
husband?
London?
Yep.
Yes, they're being talked about down in London. They're being talked about in Australia. This shit is circulating all over the place. But the thing is, I said this the other day, Gabby was literally begging for a microphone. She was begging for one. And the universe gave her Kaylee and Kaylee's microphone. So Gabby got her microphone, and all of this shit is being spread like wildfire. It's being spread like wildfire. But the stuff that's being said by Kaylee is making it worse. I'm not defending Gabby. I swear to God, I'm not defending Gabby. Gabby has her own calculated way of doing shit. Like the videos that she posted yesterday, that's Gabby's calculated bullshit. Gabby is not sitting on the internet doing the shit that Kaylee is doing. Gabby is faking MCs. Gabby is fucking dry begging for fucking wish list gifts and shit like that. Gabby is not on here doing the shit that Kaylee is doing. I know she has her own pattern. I understand that she has her own fucked up way of doing. She is not a good person. I'm not defending her, but her and Kaylee are in two totally different categories. Everybody keeps saying her and Kaylee are just like, no, they're not. No, they're not.
They're similar.
They do have similarities, but they're not just alike. I've seen Gabby do some fucked up shit. She triggers a lot of people, but she's not doing the shit that Kaylee's doing.
Well, that's what my grandfather used to always say, be careful what you wish for, and when you want people to talk, it might not be what you want them to say.
I wholeheartedly believe that. And you can't tell me when she was talking the other day about Gabby sending her those messages from the attorney, where the attorney was encouraging her to send the C&D to Kaylee, and Kaylee's first thought was to threaten Gabby. If I was Gabby, I would have took that shit right back to that damn attorney. She's threatening me. What do I do? But Gabby was afraid because Gabby couldn't afford to keep paying that attorney. And when that attorney stops getting money, he stops talking. But Kaylee won't.
Yeah.
Kaylee's going to be there. And I think that is beyond fucked up.
Well, if Kaylee wants custody of her
I've
children,
got it
if
on
they do
recording.
divorce, if they do divorce, Kaylee and her husband, Kaylee knows that her internet behavior is going to come right back into the custody case, so she's not going to be able to run for long. Her behavior will come to light. But, alrighty, thank you, Feisty. Just wanted to let you know how to get the history.
I'm sorry. I went let the dog in. She done barked enough.
Oh, that's okay. I just wanted to say thank you. Wanted to let you know.
Okay, then. Bye. Bye. All right. I'm getting off of here. I need to go and take care of some business, get some things taken care of. Again, you guys, Wednesday is not the final hearing. Wednesday is a motions hearing. I do not know if either party is coming. I know that what I said the other day about being asked to be escorted in and out of the courtroom has been misconstrued as in I can't control myself. I'm a rocket. I understand that someone is threatening on filing for a restraining order on me when she gets here on Wednesday. Good luck with all of that. I'm allowed to ask for an escort in and out of that courtroom, especially when there's discussion of somebody from Washington flying into my home state that has no direct involvement in this case at all. She has no reason whatsoever to fly from Washington into Ohio for a matter she's not a party of. And because they are going out of their way to make content out of this matter, I have a right to ask to be escorted in and out of that courtroom because she has done nothing but push me to get a reaction here on the internet. What makes me think she's not going to push me for a reaction in person? I have a right to protect myself. This is a way of me showing self-control. If she has gone as far as she has gone here on the TikTok, I have enough reason to be concerned on how far she intends on going here in Ohio. That does not mean I want to attack someone. It does not mean I'm asking for someone to escort me in and out because I'm afraid. That does not mean that. I'm trying to make sure that this process goes as smooth as it can possibly go. That court is well aware that they are making content out of this matter. And I have a right to ask for an escort. I have a right. Y'all can think what you want to think about me. I'm seeing this through. I'm seeing it all the way through. The contact is unwanted. It's harassment. And if it continues, it's going to be used against you on the 16th. Just because you don't have them papers in your hand does not mean they don't exist. I anticipate you having them before the end of the day. Leave me alone. Stop fucking harassing me. Stop monetizing my content. Stop commercializing my litigation. Stop sending your people to my fucking chat. Knock it off. Knock it off.